What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. We ready to get into it. Are y'all ready? I hope so, because it's finna get real interesting now. I told y'all this gonna be a painful week if you a doggone LeBron fan. Oh yeah, because everybody's figuring out what we have known for years. Years. You're just not waking up. I told you this day would come. That your guy was going to get exposed for being what he is. I told you that day would come. And now he's taking his medicine. Is there any reason LeBron James is standing there by himself? Because that's the way he puts himself. He isolates himself from everyone else on the team. And it's all about him. Now, you might be saying, Sino, it's over, man. Let it go. We are not letting it go. No. I'm letting it go right here. Because I'm going to show you and prove to you he's always been a quitter. Quitter. And he's bitter that someone came along and now all his fame is gone. Listen, all the shroud has fallen. And everyone can see behind the curtain. His team is on the other side of the court right now playing. Why is he down here? Because he's a spoiled kid at the birthday party who wants it to be about him. And it ain't his birthday. Now, let's get to this. Because I want people to understand this and hear it clearly. And understand what exactly is transpiring here on the court. All right. LeBron James has quit on his team. But a lot of y'all think he quit with 3 minutes to go in the game, right? Because that's what everybody's been telling you. He quit with 3 minutes to go in the game. He just gave up. I'm here to let you know that isn't true. That is not true, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, a lot of people have that narrative that he just gave up 3 minutes to go in the game, and that's it. I'm here to let you know LeBron James quit long before that happened. And a lot of people didn't even pay attention to it. See, that's why I'm glad we have technology now. That was lost back in the Michael Jordan era, because we would have exposed a lot of this stuff during the Jordan era too. But Jordan would have never quit. He could have been down 40. Michael's still going to try to come back. I watched him do it. Now I'm going to show you what transpired. Kuzma's got the ball. LeBron hasn't even established position in the post yet, but he wants the ball in the post. Kyle Kuzma dribbles. LeBron's there waiting for it. You got Kyle Kuzma who's going for a shot-like dribble. What happens? It hits the top of the doggone backboard because he got confused on with pass and shoot at the same time. And it made him throw a ridiculous shot off the glass, which pissed LeBron off, and he wants out. He wants out of the game. They go down the court. Timeout is called. Look at LeBron. He's pissed. He's going to the bench. Sit down. And he totally quit. His body language, everything, gave up. What was the score? Look at the score, ladies and gentlemen. It was 12-point lead with 7:29 to go. And he quit. He gave up. The night before, he walked out on his team with 5 minutes to go in the game, and they down 30, as if he gave it his all. Right? LeBron has a history of quitting. A history of it. We've seen him quit countless times in the NBA Finals. He put all the pressure on J.R. Smith. And everybody put the blame on him. When J.R. Smith, all he didn't do was remember that they had a timeout and gave the ball to LeBron. He thought they were winning. But no one blames George Hill for missing the shot, the free throw that would have put them up. He gets a pass. This whole thing blows up to the point where LeBron, who already knows he's going to the Lakers next year, already know he's going to Los Angeles, puts up this facade as if he's so mad at Jay right now and shuts down for the rest of the series. Quits on his team. Quit. Laid down. And y'all know it. Now, everybody knows LeBron James quit. He quit in Cleveland. They got swept because he quit. He knew he was leaving. He knew he was out of there. I'm not lying. Am I lying on LeBron James? He has a reputation for quitting. Y'all know this. When they in game one, they were going to overtime. They weren't even losing. Am I wrong? They were going to overtime. He quit. Quit. Why did he quit? The reason he quit is because he knew he was leaving. He didn't care. He didn't feel they could win. He mentally defeats himself. That Calm app ain't helping you, bro. That Calm app ain't helped you at all. He quit. Listen to Captain Jack when he was Captain Jack.
He quit. I don't want to hear nothing about no hand or none of that. He quit. He knew he was playing against a better team. After game one, he knew he was beat. Point blank, bro. It had nothing to do with his hand. If your hand, hey, okay, let me talk about Steph. His ankle. He was out there still. Okay, you're not hurt. You're not hurt. LeBron's leaving him alone. Okay, well, hold on. These are excuses. They got swept, okay? 4-0. Take it like a man. Go home, bro. Get your hand up, have a great offseason, figure out where you're going. But do not make that an excuse. Y'all got swept by a better team. The whole world knows that. Okay.
And since then, Captain Jack been doing soft shoot.
All right, man, peace.
Now, do you also remember Captain Jack also exposed LeBron for having media plans? This is what got him into grease with Bron. But we'll talk about that at another time. Because see, that's more peeling the layer back on Captain Jack. When everybody talking about I'm switching up on Captain Jack. Captain Jack switched up on us. Y'all just too blind to see it. But no, we'll get there. Don't worry. We'll arrive there. Just stay with me. Why they make it as if all the players love LeBron James? They do not. A lot of the players despise him because he's interfered in their life, cost them millions of dollars in their careers just for his own pettiness. He's very petty. You can see he can't stand me, and I'm on YouTube, and he's supposed to be so above me, but yet he pays a lot of attention to what I say, don't he? Now he got a lot of time on his hands too. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the page, because we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! So, let's remember, he quit on the first Laker team he ever got. He quit on that team right after the All-Star break. He started making all these trades, trying to get the whole team removed to get Anthony Davis at the halfway point of the season to try to make a run for a championship his first year in LA. Basically sell the whole team out. Then the trade don't work out and all the players can't stand him. Because he's not what they thought he was. They thought Cino's just rambling. LeBron ain't like that. He don't move like that behind the scenes. He just showed you. Kyrie's last year. LeBron James quits. Kevin Durant cooked him in game 3, or game 4 rather. Or no, it was game 3. They win game 4. Game 5, he quit that game. He quit. It was over early, and he folded. Man, no way we can beat that juggernaut. I mean, it was an impossible task. Mentally defeating himself just because they had Kevin Durant. He was already mentally terrified. He went out and partied at a Future concert to get his team mentally ready to go to the NBA Finals. What is going on, people? I'm baffled that you guys follow this guy and would even actually utter the words, he's the best player on the planet. How? If a guy who has literally quit on the entire team, how is this guy the best guy and best player on the planet? Can you please tell me? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Because I'll tell you right now, he isn't. 100%. And you guys know it. Oh, but it don't stop there. We just getting started. Don't forget to hit the Cash App up. Carcino the name. Karceno. The super chat button is working. If you're new here, subscribe to the page. Hit that like button. Select all on the bell. They got a whole bunch of commands. Whole bunch of commands they want you to do. But we still cooking. Now, like Kwame said, give him some of that mama's cooking. Yeah, give him some of that mama's cooking. So that's what I'm gonna do. Give you some of that mama's cooking. Mama just cooked too. Mama just left here too. Y'all wish my mama safe flight home. Mom's going back home. God bless her, and I'm blessed to have her in my life. Now, get back to the bloodbath. Now, who can forget? We've seen him in Cleveland their second time around quitting. Let's go back some more. Let's go back to Miami. Miami style. That man cramped out of a game because he was scared of Kawhi Leonard. Cramped out. Listen, in the Spurs series, while he was getting cooked by Kawhi, we all remember the cramp, right? Did you also know LeBron James complained that he couldn't breathe? Couldn't breathe. LeBron James was suffering a panic attack. You ain't got to believe me. I remember. And it's good technology could bring it all out for us.
8 big points for Green so far.
Meanwhile, LeBron James sitting on the bench, again having difficulty. We heard him talk about the breathing. Looked like he was cramping up as well.
No, he was chumping up. Having trouble breathing, sweetheart? Oh my gosh. We just getting started. Now, we all know he quit there. Then in 2011, we all know the biggest quit that we've seen is the embarrassment on the world stage. The first time he got humiliated by the Dallas Mavericks, who Jason Terry, in about 40-some years old, outplayed him, averaged more points than him. Sean Marion embarrassed him, shut him down. They demoralized LeBron James. Demoralized him. And it was so bad. It was so bad. It lingered in the minds of the players that were on that team. Dwayne Wade even questioned it. D-Wade. Guys who don't know how to win big. Who never did it before. Big. But this is what he does. He taps out and he quits. He mentally shuts down.
Because I was on the team. Not that I was on the team, but the fact that he was the best player and everybody was depending on him to show up and do what he does, and he was MIA.
He had a bad
No,
day.
he had a bad series.
Yeah.
No, a bad series. Jordan never had that. People killed James Harden for having a bad series last year, right? Oh, no, he ain't as good as he is. But you're going to say somebody that quit in the finals at the end of everything when all the marbles on the table, right? That you're gonna say he's the greatest of all time. I can't buy it.
Thank you.
I can't buy it for that reason right there. So I can't buy it for that reason.
know one thing.
Oh, that was explosive, wasn't it? Now that was LeBron's teammate on the team that year, Eddie House. And since he said that, you know what happened to Eddie House? You ain't seen Eddie House that much on TV, have you? Guess what happened to him? Same thing they do to everybody else, silencing. And this is when Shannon was shut down. Because he was stuck. Eddie stuck him because Eddie played the game. Eddie know, dog, we depend on you to do what you do. We in the finals. We the favorites. And you just went complete MIA. Mentally out of the game. And it shocked the rest of the players. Because they thought he was this guy that y'all said he was. But he quit. But I love how you say this for Shannon in contrast. Listen to this.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. Do you miss that? Yeah, right. Yeah, you probably do right. And in big games, did you show up? Okay, there you go, guys. There you go.
And he said, Shannon, you feel you was the greatest tight end of all time when you was playing? Did you show up in big games? My point exactly. You just made my point. Michael Jordan never had to not show up in big games. You knew he was going to show up. You knew it. He didn't have a bad game. He had a bad series. You can never say that about Jordan, even in his losses. And one thing about Mike, he ain't gonna quit. No, it ain't built in him. Okay? Now, let's start getting to the other times. Hello, Paul Pierce and the Boston Celtics. Let's listen to some of the things Dan Gilbert had to say. He was hot because LeBron did not communicate to him that he was leaving. And the way he decided to do it with the whole decision process. Let's listen.
Here's what Gilbert had to say in this letter, quote, "As you now know, our former hero, who grew up in the very region that he deserted this evening, is no longer a Cleveland Cavalier. This was announced with a several-day narcissistic self-promotional build-up, culminating with a national TV special of his decision, unlike anything ever witnessed in the history of sports and probably the history of entertainment. Clearly, this is bitterly disappointing to all of us. The good news is that the ownership team and the rest of the hardworking, loyal, and driven staff over here at your hometown Cavaliers have not betrayed you, nor never will betray you. There is so much more to tell you about the events of the recent past and our more than exciting future. Over the next several days and weeks, we will be communicating much of that to you. You simply don't deserve this kind of cowardly betrayal," Gilbert went on to write. "You have given so much and deserve so much more. In the meantime, I want to make one statement to you tonight. The capitalization belonged to Gilbert. I personally guarantee that the Cleveland Cavaliers will win an NBA championship before the self-titled former team wins one. You can take it to the bank. If you thought we were motivated
He was wrong about that.
to bring the hardware to Cleveland, I can tell you that this shameful display of selfishness and betrayal by one of our very own has shifted our motivation to previously unknown and previously never experienced levels. Some people think they should go to heaven but not have to die to get there. Sorry, but that's simply not how it works. This shocking act of disloyalty from our homegrown chosen one sends the exact opposite lesson of what we would want our children to learn and who we would want them to grow up to become. But the good news is that this heartless and callous action can only serve as the antidote to the so-called curse on Cleveland, Ohio. The self-declared former king will be taking the curse with him down south. And until he does right by Cleveland and Ohio, James and the town where he plays will unfortunately own this dreaded spell and bad karma. Just watch. Sleep well, Cleveland. Tomorrow is a new and much brighter day, and I promise you that our energy, focus, capital, knowledge, and experience will be directed at one thing, and one thing only: delivering you the championship you have long deserved and is long overdue."
Late Thursday night, that it's accountability time for James. He has gotten a free pass, Gilbert said in a phone interview with the AP. People have covered for James for way too long. Tonight, we saw who he really is. Gilbert feels James quit on the Cavs during their second round series against the Boston Celtics, who rallied from a 2-1 deficit to eliminate Cleveland. He quit, Gilbert said. Not just in Game 5, but in Game 2, 4, and 6. Watch the tape. The Boston series was unlike anything in it. I've watched LeBron James.
He quit. He said, go watch the tape. He quit in those games. Now, we give him a pass because his teammate was tapping his moms, you know. But if that was the case, LeBron, if you was upset because your teammate, who you know, 100 pounds bigger than, is tapping your moms, do something about it. I mean, I don't care if it's the Eastern Conference Finals or whatever. He gonna be in there dribbling with a black eye. He gonna do something. Do something about it. You hear me? Do something about it. You didn't do something about it. Therefore, there was nothing to be done about it. Because you refused to act. I find that pretty peculiar. Once again, passive behavior. But I was having too much fun. Let's put things back in their perspective. LeBron James has quit and mentally checked out in a lot of different games. Some players have seen it in high school. Mo Williams saw it in that series and said, he was surprised. He was confused. He didn't understand what was happening. Like, what's going on here? Like, why am I checking out? You know, like what? Why is he checking out of the game? Like, that's like sending the wrong message to the team. If they see you checking out, they're mentally gonna go, "Ooh, this guy don't have it." They see you checking out. Now, we've seen this countless times, right? Countless. Seen this happen. Many other people come around and they come in the league and they pretend to be something they're not, but you never really know who's really real until it's time to show who's really real. Who's really real? Everybody's pretty damn good until they get put on the spotlight. Nick Anderson, he was put on a pedestal. He was put on a pedestal after stripping Michael Jordan, and he looked like he was the Jordan stopper. He had endorsements lined up, and he missed one free throw in the NBA Finals, and they lost that game that they had under control, and they end up losing in 4 straight games. Nick Anderson mentally was checked out. And he was checked out for the rest of his career. You never know what type of player you have and how they can mentally deal with the capacity of what happens. But it is clear at this point, LeBron James mentally can't deal with that type of pressure and will easily check out. He's a front runner. He's got to have a dominant all-star team so he can mentally feel confident that he could win. Other than that, I swear, he's just... sad. Pitiful, Brian. Anyway, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Hit that notification bell. And we will be taking your questions about LeBron. All you Laker fans, Cleveland fans, Miami fans, you want me to answer your LeBron questions? Go ahead and leave them. I'm going to take some of the questions and we'll do a video answering these questions. Any questions you want me to answer about LeBron, you want to make a point and then ask a question, go ahead. I'll be taking those down and we'll be answering them. On the Patreon, we will go through a whole lot of stuff this month. Like right now, you finding out why Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, why she did what she just did. That's on the Patreon. Plus, we got some surprises, so we got to be quiet. Be quiet for a little bit. And then just drop it. Best way to do it.